The last person didn't come in yet, right?
No.
The last person didn't come in. So what did you guys learn today so far? What have you guys learned today?
Phone calls only.
Phone calls? Did you guys actually do them?
Yes.
You've been on the phone.
Since the
Cool.
morning.
How's that been?
It's good because we learn how to interact and engage with the customer. But personally, I get mad when they hang up on me
Yeah. Yeah. Why do you get mad?
because they don't give me the chance to like listen to me. So it gets me like my blood just kind of I get my ears hot.
Sure. You guys deal with this too? Anybody else deal with that? Why don't you?
Did they get mad?
Yeah.
Well, it's not gonna change the outcome. Yeah, I can't call them back and be like, hey, get on, So you have to just move on to the next.
But it's freaking annoying.
Yeah.
It's so rude. Like, nobody
Yeah.
tell you manners or what? At least say something like no thank you, something, they'll just hang up, right?
Mhm.
Kinda takes more
And it's
time.
like I already got my speed, and it's like they left me at that. Like,
You're all pumped up and ready and positive and excited and smiling, and it's like click.
yes,
It just takes everything away. I mean, let's actually start with that because I think that's really important. And it's something that if we learn how to do it, not just with the phone call with somebody hanging up on you, but this is a skill that you can develop in life, right? Because sometimes people get annoyed and people do stupid things. Yes, you guys ever experienced that where somebody does something very stupid around you and it hurts you or hurts somebody that you love? Yeah, and then or you get offended or you get bothered with them. We got to know how to deal with that, right? And that's called emotional intelligence. You guys ever heard that? Emotional intelligence? No? It's especially in the world of coaching or self-development, that's a very large topic, emotional intelligence. So we have IQ, right? This is your intellect, your intelligence when it comes to your mind. But then there's EQ, which is your intelligence when it comes to emotions. So there's three parts to emotional intelligence. One is self-awareness, because I mean, if you don't even know what's going on inside of you, then it's going to be hard to do anything with it, change it, or anything because you don't even know. Okay, you're not even aware. Number one is self-awareness. Number two is self-control. And then number three is self-discipline. So these are all things that have to do with yourself, right? Nobody else is going to control you, motivate you, get you to do things like this is our job, our responsibility. So something that we need to, when it comes to a difficult client, somebody hanging up on you, what does that do to you personally? Whether it's in here in the workplace, on the phone, or a client that walks into the office, or a coworker that says something or gives you a little attitude, or whatever it is, whether it's in the workplace or not, what does it feel like inside when somebody does something offensive? What kind of emotions come up? Anger. Why would you get angry? Because something hurts you, right? Somebody did something that wasn't right or wasn't fair. It hurts you, right? So let's think about this. Whether it's offense, whether it's feeling rejected, whether it's feeling hurt, whether it's feeling lied to, whatever it is, these are different things that we all experience in life. Yes? So if we want a better quality of life, if we want to enjoy our lives more, if we want to be more successful, we got to learn how to deal with these freaking negative emotions. We have to learn how to deal with it. Because in when it comes to work, okay, let's think about how important this emotional intelligence for you. Like what's in it for you to learn this? Why would you want to spend time and actually develop this in you, your emotional intelligence? If you don't have emotional intelligence, your relationships are going to suck. They're going to struggle. You're going to suffer in your relationships. I'm talking about like partner relationship. Okay, you know why? Because if you don't have emotional intelligence, you're going to be easily triggered. Those, you just get me so mad. You just push my buttons. You guys ever heard that?
Yeah.
So a lot of times, people push our buttons. Yes, they trigger us, right? So for me, it's not like, okay, because a lot of people they focus on the people who are pushing their buttons. they're really pushing my buttons. But this is the real question to ask. Why do you have buttons to begin with? Instead of like saying, oh, you really push you make me so mad. You know how powerless that is? That's a powerless person talking. You make me mad. That means they have control over you. That means you're saying that they made you. Nobody can make you. It's your choice to either respond or react, yes? Nobody can make you do anything. It's your choice. So for us to say, oh, you make me this way, that's a victim mentality. And that's not going to help you to win in life. So there is a lot of people who are living feeling offended, feeling rejected. A lot. Throughout the day, throughout the week, they're constantly feeling like, oh, somebody so-and-so offended me. They hurt me. They did this. Like we waste so much freaking time and energy being offended. Whether it's somebody who hung up on us, I just want to call them all kinds of things, right? People do things. And yes, sometimes we have rights and reason to feel the way we do. Sometimes there's like that righteous anger, right? Like, of course you're going to get mad at certain things that people do. How can you freaking do that, right? Are you dumb? Like it bothers you. And of course those emotions come up, but how long are you going to allow those emotions to be there? And as they're there, are you going to have the emotions, or are those emotions going to have you? Are you going to react and make decisions from those unhealthy emotions? Because what is that going to do for you? Nothing good. So emotional intelligence is really important for your relationships. If you have kids, anybody have kids in here? It's really important for your parenting skills. Because if you don't have emotional intelligence, oh, your kids will push your buttons. And they're freaking experts. They're experts at knowing what your buttons are. And they will push those things to get a response and a reaction, right? So even with our kids, about the workplace, same thing there. You will suffer in life if you don't know how to have this emotional intelligence, if you're not aware of what's going on in you and in other people. In every industry, whether it's in insurance or real estate or construction, doesn't matter. Every industry in the world, the highest paid people, the ones who make the most money, the ones who are in leadership, the ones who are supervising, the ones who are in charge are the ones who have the highest emotional intelligence. All the top producers, the 10% of the top producers, the top ones, those are the ones who have the highest emotional intelligence. Those are the ones who are most aware of themselves. They're most aware of emotions that other people are feeling. And because they're aware of it, they can control it. They know what's going on inside of them, so they can control it. They know what's going on in other people, so they're not offended by it. It's so powerful when you understand emotions. Because let's think, how much time is wasted? Good quality time. How valuable is your time? Right? Your time is super valuable. Like we have limited time here, and it's not going to be, we can't bring it back. We can't rewind. Like once the time is gone, it's gone. So it's so valuable. So we need to be more conscious of how we're spending our time. And if we're spending a lot of our time feeling offended, feeling rejected, holding things against somebody from our past, that's a freaking waste of life. It's a waste of your time. It's a waste of your energy. You're giving way too much power to people who are not even thinking about you or don't even care, right? So we need to really step up when it comes to our emotional intelligence, because this is going to help you to enjoy your life more. It's going to, better your quality of relationships, your career. Everything is just going to get better and easier because you have emotional intelligence. That's how important it is. So when we start thinking about, okay, EQ, emotional intelligence. Number one, self-awareness. Being self-aware. Because the next one is self-control. You can't control something you're not even aware of. You can't, change something that you don't even know it's there. You can't fix a problem if you don't even know that there's a problem. You have to first know what's there. You have to have some awareness. You got to be self-aware. Now, in order to be self-aware, you got to know, okay, what is an emotion and where does it come from? You guys know? What is an emotion?
Something that makes you feel some type of way.
Okay, it's something that you're feeling. There's different ones, right? You can feel a certain way. What are some, give me some like titles, some names of different emotions. Anger, give me more. Happiness, what? Fear.
Joy.
Joy. Which one? Who said it? Sorry, because I can't see who's saying. Who was another one? How about guilt? Huh? Frustration, guilt, shame. These are different ones too. Regrets. These are all different types of emotions, right? So we need to be aware of emotions. Now, when you think of emotions, this E equals energy. So it's energy that is in motion. So anger, it's an energy that is in motion running through my body. Sadness, sorrow, anxiety, fear, guilt, all the different emotions that we experience as humans, they're all different energies, different levels, different intensities, depending on the situation, right? You can have level 10 anger or level 1 anger, right? There's going to be different strengths of this energy called emotion. Emotion is an energy that is in motion. So we need to be aware of the different energy that is running through your body. For an example, are you conscious and aware of what's going on in your body right now? For me, before every meeting, you know what I do when I was right here? Because I got here with a little bit of time in between. As I was writing this, you know what I was doing? I was checking my body. I was kind of checking myself. One, I was setting an intention because I just came from lunch. I came from another training. So I have these other things in my mind. And I just had a good conversation over lunch, like about real emotional things. So my mind and my attention was there, right? So now I'm coming here. If I don't change my mind and get here, I'm going to lack. I'm going to not be fully present. And that means I'm not going to give you my all. Because I still haven't transitioned from my last conversation. I'm not fully here. That makes sense? So as I was doing this, I'm getting my intention. Okay, what do I want to do here? What's my goal? What's my objective here? I want to share with them something that they can add value, that's going to help them, in their communication, in their work, in their homes. I want to give them something that's not going to just help them in the work, but something that will freaking change their lives, that will help them in every area. That's my intention. So that's what I was getting clear. And then another thing I was doing, this is maybe weird, but I do this every time before a meeting. I will check my own emotional states of what emotions I'm bringing into the room. And this is why amazing things happen. Okay, you guys might think I might be a little weird on this part, but oh well. So I'll give you a real example. One day, I went to Starbucks, the one right here. So I'm in line, I'm kind of looking around, and for me, I don't just go with the flow. I'm very aware of myself and what's around me. I live very intentional. So when I walk into a place, just when I walk in, I'm very conscious of who I am, and I want to bring light. I want people to feel that I'm in the room. When I walk in, I want people to turn back, not because I want attention, because I want my presence to be made known, because I want to make a difference. Not because I want, oh, look at me. Not about that. I promise it's not coming from there. So I come in, I'm very aware, I'm watching everything, I'm feeling. I know what emotions I'm walking in with because I checked. So if I have some anxiety, I know that I have a little anxiety. If I have some fear or whatever emotion, I know what I'm bringing in with me. So I know what's mine. This is why, especially because, well, there's guys in this one. All the other meetings, there's mostly girls, okay? So women, you need to know this for sure, because a lot of you women get deceived and tricked with your emotions because you're emotionally rich. And that is a good thing. I don't say it as a bad thing. You're emotionally rich. God made you that way. It's a beautiful thing. It's your power. But it can also be a weakness if that emotion leads you and you're not using those emotions for what you want, right? Because they can do that. They can just take over, and all of a sudden, boom, you lose your mind, right? You're out of your mind. So we need to be more aware when it comes to, okay, what emotions do I have inside of me? So when I come into a meeting, I check what I'm carrying. When I'm in the Starbucks line, paying attention, I forgot to finish that story. So I'm watching, and I'm feeling. So one day I was going, and I started to feel anxiety, right? And I knew I didn't have anxiety walking in. I knew I was good. So I'm in line, and I start to feel anxiety. Now, this is what most people will do at this time. They will feel anxiety. They're not really aware of it yet. They're not really conscious of it, but they're starting to feel it. And then their brain starts to think, why do I feel this? Guess what happens? Think about that. You didn't have anxiety. You walk into a room, you're starting to feel it, and then you ask yourself, why am I feeling this? You're going to pull up a lot of freaking reasons why you could be feeling anxiety. And you will have a lot of reasons, real things going on in your life that could possibly be creating anxiety for you. So your brain will pull up. It's like, me going to Google. If I go to Google and I type in coffee, what happens? What happens?
A million links to different.
All these different things come about coffee, right? Same thing in my brain. If I start to put into my brain, whatever topic, my brain starts to pull up all this information about that very topic. So when we understand this, we need to know, okay, if I'm asking myself, okay, what emotions am I dealing with in here? And if I start to feel the emotion in somebody else, I don't need to take it as my own, because a lot of times this is where women need to really hear. You will go to places and you'll feel fine. Then you feel sad, or you feel confused or anxiety. Then you ask yourself, why are you feeling this? And then your brain finds reasons. And then you agree with that emotion, and now that emotion is yours. And now you're walking out of the room or out of that grocery store or out of that meeting with emotions that were never yours to begin with, but now they are yours because you agreed with them. There is a power in agreement. When you think, oh, I have anxiety because of this. So you just gave yourself all kinds of reasons why you should have it. So you gave yourself permission to walk out with it. That make sense? Have you guys ever done that? You guys ever feel certain emotions in places where you're like, this is not mine. This is weird. What am I feeling? You're feeling other people's energies. And if you're not aware, you're going to start to walk out with shit that's not yours. And you don't want those friends, right? Your stuff is enough. You don't want to carry somebody else's stuff. So many people will like drain themselves because of so many emotions that they're bringing on that are not theirs. It's not empathetic to carry all those emotions on yourself. Okay? So when we realize this, now we can begin to, okay, I have this emotion, I'm feeling anxiety, now I'm starting to feel it. I know it's not mine, so whose is it? So I don't agree with it, right? So I'm keeping it apart from me. But now this sets me up to do something else. Now I can add value. Now I can look, who in here has anxiety? So I can go help them, right? Because for me, if you guys are dealing with anxiety, it will bother me. And it will bother me because it makes me sad that you're living that way. And you don't have to live that way. That's like living with a rock in your shoe. And you can just take that shit out. Yeah, you don't have to keep walking with it, right? And like just learn how to live with it. You don't have to do that. There's emotional rocks that we're dealing with that we don't take out of our shoe, but you don't have to learn how to live with that. Think about those different emotions that are not the best that you find yourself experiencing often, like your emotional home. Maybe it's sadness, depression, maybe it's anger, maybe it's indifference, whatever. I don't care. Think about where your place is, where you go. Is that the healthiest? When you go there, you have to be aware so that you can interrupt it. Okay, so going back to this is the concept, right? Like the big concept. Now let's go back to somebody hanging up on you and making it very practical. So if this energy, okay, so you feel good, you're happy, you're pumped up, you have this, you get on the phone and they just hang up. They don't even say anything. There's no conversation. They just hear you and they just hang up, right? Let's think about what that does for us. So we're excited. We're excited. Say, I'm excited.
I'm excited.
But say it like you're excited. I'm excited.
I'm excited.
Say, I'm excited. I'm excited. Okay. So we have to, I forgot what I'm saying now.
De que lo vas a traer este ejemplo a la llamada de hoy y ella llegó.
Okay, yeah. So you're excited and somebody hangs up on you. Now your excitement goes down. Why? What's going on in your head that would make you discouraged or mad? Not just her, but all of us. What happens?
It's what I'm thinking. It's not your own energy. It's probably a person's. To me, sometimes I've seen it as it's their energy. Maybe they're going through a tough time.
Yes.
And it just latched onto you.
Yes.
And you don't know how to cut that cord. Right.
That's a good insight to understand. It's going to help you not be offended. If you understand that person is broken and hurting, then all of a sudden it's not about you anymore. Now all of a sudden, instead of being hurt by them, you hurt for them. Because think about it. That person who hung up, that person who talked that way to you that hurt you, whoever it is, if that person knew who they were, if they knew their value, if they knew their self-worth, if they knew their purpose, if they knew their vision, if they knew those things about themselves, would they have said that, treated you that way, acted that way, would they? What would you say? Probably not, right? Like if they were whole, and they felt good about life and themselves, they probably wouldn't be talking that way or treating you that way. So let's think about that. Broken people break others, hurt people hurt others. So if they have some stuff going on, this noise going on, a lot of times it comes out on you, and it's not because it's because of you. It's not even focusing on, oh, well, that's not fair. Don't focus on that either, because this is where you get offended. This is where you take it personal. This is where you feel rejected. And now all of a sudden, your day is not as exciting. It's not, you don't have as much peace. You're bothered, all because of this one person hung up on you or said something. Now they're controlling your whole day. Don't give anybody that power. No one. And in order to remove that power, you first need to have self-awareness that something's going on. So be aware. Know what kind of emotions that you're carrying into places, and even do the little checks, these little checkups. How am I feeling right now? Do I want to feel like this? Because you have the power to feel how you want to feel. You get to choose. It's amazing, right? If I feel like shit, guess what? I can just change it, and I can feel amazing. You really can. See, this is these are energies that are generated by us. We're a power plant that generates energy, that generates emotion. It's not that like, it's in the air and like you walk into a room and then like, oh, wow, I just walked into anger. Like, it's not like that. It's something that we generate from inside. It's the story that we're telling. It's the perspective that we have. So if we understand that, if we don't like the energy, if we're in an energy that we don't like, an emotion that we don't like, understand that you can change it fast. And there's 3 ways to change it. Okay, so this is your practical takeaway right here. All that to get to this. Number 1, state. Sorry, that's the wrong tool. Thinking of another tool. Number 1, story. Number 2, speech. And number 3, body language and face. Face. Okay, this is very practical stuff right here, okay? You're there having a wonderful day. Show me the face that you have on when you're having a wonderful day. It's like, what a wonderful day, right? Come on, show me your face. Wonderful day face. Okay, so you have this face on, and all of a sudden you're calling, somebody hangs up on you, boom, your energy goes down, you're mad, you're hurt, you're angry, whatever emotions that you're dealing with, boom, but you're self-aware. Man, freaking person hung up on me. So-and-so did this. Freaking Sergio did this again. Whatever emotion, you got to be aware of that. Okay, now what do? Do I want this emotion? No. Can I change it? Of course. How do I change it? First thing, change your story. Second thing, change your speech. Third thing, change your body language. So let me explain these. How do you do it? Change your story. This is how you're thinking about this thing that's happening. Your perspective. How are you looking at this person? If this person did something, now you're looking at them as an enemy or a problem, that's going to generate a certain emotion. How you look at it, the lens that you're looking at people or situations through is going to determine an emotion that you're going to feel. So if you're not liking the feeling that you're feeling right now, you need to change your lenses and start changing your story of how you're looking at it. Because a lot of times with problems, the problem is not the problem. The problem is when you start looking at the problem as a problem. Did you get that one? When you look at the problem as a problem, that's when the problem becomes a problem, because now you're looking at it like, this is a problem. That's you Googling problem. Guess what happens? It pulls up all kinds of things, right? So now your brain is looking at problems. And when you're focusing on problems, what kind of energies do you think it's going to create?
Negative.
So you have to change your story. How about your speech? What you say. If you're feeling a certain way, out of your mouth, your heart speaks. A lot of times when you're feeling something, you start to say it, right? And when you start to speak it out, you actually empower the emotion that you're feeling. So when you're talking, it's not just a noise. Right now when I'm talking, it's not just a noise that's like going in the atmosphere and you're just hearing a noise. There's actual substance on what I'm saying. It's actually creating something in you. It's building something in you. So your words have substance. It can either create or destroy, it can divide, it can bring life or death. That's how powerful your words are. And I think you guys know that. Your words can destroy somebody. Or maybe somebody's words have destroyed you. They're very powerful. And you're speaking, and your words create your world. Like your words that you're speaking out is going to empower how you feel. So watch, mind your mouth. Watch what you're saying. Last one is your body language and your face. This actually generates emotion as well. How you're moving, the face that you make creates emotion. So out of these three, which one do you think is the easiest one to do to change your emotions? Which one do you think is the easiest for you to do? Quickest way to change your emotion?
Number one.
Who would say number one, story? Raise your hand. Who would say speech? Raise your hand. Who would say body language in your face? Raise your hand. Why would you say that's the easiest? Why?
Because your body language is like an influence to your mind.
Uh-huh.
Your acting.
But why would that be the easiest?
Con esa brinco las otras dos. Si cambio mi postura, no tengo por qué llegar a historia ni a speech.
Never heard it that way.
Si en ese momento lo logro controlar, ¿por qué tengo que llegar a la historia ni a speech?
This is the easiest way to change your emotional state. You're right. This is the hardest one. Because a lot of times you have right and reason to feel how you're feeling. And you're like, hell no, I'm not going to freaking change. I should be feeling like no one's going to be talking to me like that. You have right and reason. So you're changing your story and changing your speech. That's a little bit more difficult. But if you change your body language and your face, that's the easiest and quickest way to change your emotions. So if somebody hangs up on you, change this. Because look, if I'm mad, what happens to my face and my body language? So I'm on the phone, happy, right? Adrian's Insurance, Richard Martinez, how can I help you? You know, if I save you on your policy today, will you be willing to buy? I'm all happy, right? And then they go click. Man, this emotion comes up. What do I need to do right there? Do I need to get to the next call? Is that what I do?
Change your body language and face.
So I don't want to bring that into my next call. So I need to change it. And do I want to take my time changing it, or do I want to do it fast? Do I want to take 10, 30 minutes? Or do I want to do it immediately?
Immediately.
If I really want to, if you really want to, then you need to change your body language and your face very, very fast. Because if you just sit there and say, why did he do that? And you start to think why he did that, why does that have to happen? If you start to try to convince your way out of it, you're going to get stuck there. Right? If you go in your speech, say you come over here, you're frustrated. Can you believe this person hung up on me right now? Right? So frustrated. It was such a good day, and then this person hung up. Did you ever hang up on you?
Oh yeah, like a lot, and then I just need to be like calm and then collected, and then I go
Right?
to the next call.
So now I'm like getting support, and now I'm talking about it, but I'm feeling this way. So I'm actually creating it stronger. And if she's not strong, she can get sucked into my negativity and be like, I know, right? These freaking people. And now we're giving each other reason to feel more like that.
But also, like, you have to ask the clients, like you know, how's your day? You know, always make them better because, like, you know what they're like.
But it's hard to have that perspective when you make it about you. Because why are they talking to me like that? Why are they hanging up on me? What did I do? I'm just trying to help them. If we start to have that kind of story, you're going to get hurt. You're going to be defensive. You're going to be angry, whatever. So the quickest thing you need to do, you're on the phone, you're happy, boom, they hang up on you. You're self-aware because you have emotional intelligence. You guys are smart. You feel this emotion. You're like, nah, I'm not going to let this stay here. So boom, stand up. Don't wait. Don't sit there and try to think your way through it, talk your way through it. No, interrupt that real quick. Stand up, change your face. My face was like this. When you get mad or sad, what happens to your face and body language? So show me a body language and a face that is mad. Make it. All of a sudden, this tension comes up, right? It's like, right? How about sad? Make a sad face. Everything goes down, right? Face goes down, shoulders, chest shrinks. Yes or no? Energy drops. So if my energy is dropping because I'm now hurt or offended because somebody hung up on me, I'm going to feel it. You're going to pay attention. You can feel everything drop. So if I don't want to feel like that, I need to do the opposite. So what do I need to do in my face? This? Or you go, ah, ah. I don't feel like smiling though, right? And I'm still feeling this emotion, but I'm smiling and it feels freaking fake, right? So then I stand up, I need to get this off of me, right? And I'm still smiling and it still feels fake. But guess what? 15 seconds later, it becomes real. So it's not being a faker, it's not being a hypocrite, it's not you, because I've told this to people and they get bothered sometimes. They go, Richard, like, you expect me just to be fake and just smile when I don't feel like smiling? I'm not fake. I'm not a fake person. I can't do that. That sounds really strong, but that's very weak. Because it's not about being fake. It's about you freaking choosing what kind of emotion you're going to be in. For me, it's being fake and weak if you allow other people to determine how your day is going to go. If you want to live like that, good luck. But for me, I don't want to be sad. I don't want to be angry. This is my life. I'm not going to give you guys the power of that. I'm going to put a smile on my face until I feel it, that it's real. And let me tell you this, that for me, smiling is not natural. It's not something that I grew up doing. I had to train my freaking face to smile. Okay? So it's not, don't think that it's easy for me. It's something that's a discipline. I get very serious. I like to be separated from people. I don't like being around people. It's a discipline to smile, be free, interact. This is something you have to be aware and conscious of if you're going to be successful in life. Your emotional awareness. So that's the quickest way to change, whether it's a phone call, a discouraging, talk with your coworker or your supervisor, something that just ruins your day. Don't let it stay there the whole day. Don't let it stay there for 2 hours. What's a good time? An hour? Is that too long? 30 minutes? Who says 30 minutes? 10 minutes? 5 minutes? 1 minute? 1 minute getting closer or what?
Yeah.
Okay. 30 seconds? 1 minute, feel it, get mad, get sad. Okay, that's good. Change it. Right? So that's super important to learn how to do in life. Because people will discourage you, life happens, problems happen, and your emotional state goes up and down, and it's going to keep going up and down if you're not aware of it. So when you become aware, now you can have self-control. You start to go down, you become aware of it faster, boom, you bring it back up. Now you're not going down as deep, and you're not going down and staying down as long. Bringing it back up because you're aware. All right, so now that goes into phone etiquette, because your emotions come out over the phone. You guys know that, yes? So sales, communication, it's all an exchange of emotions going back and forth. That's what communication is. It's not just the words that you're saying, because we can communicate with no words, right? We were doing that the other day or today. Actually, let's do this right now. So Sergio, come here real quick. So he's going to communicate something to you right now, and I want you to guess. Okay, and he's not going to use any words. So he's going to act out something like charades, and I want you to guess what he's communicating without him actually saying anything.
Perdió las llaves. Perdió el celular.
And you guess that by just how? Was he giving you emotion?
Yeah, like body language.
Yeah. What kind of emotion did he? How did he move you with?
Panic.
Right. He generated an emotion through. He didn't just go. Because that wouldn't have communicated the same. But it's the same movements, but there is emotion attached. Right. And then what did he do? What did he do? Hello? What did he do after that? You don't remember?
He was looking for his wallet.
He came over here, right? And
Yeah.
he's just moving frantically. So all these things are showing me that he's looking for something. He didn't find it here. He came over here. Little things like that are communicating. Yes? You can give him a hand. So whether it's over the phone or in person, your body language still makes a huge difference. So don't think like, well, I'm on the phone, Richard, like they can't even see me anyways. You guys have already been told hundreds of times, and you guys know that a smile changes your tone, it changes the volume that's coming up. Every movement that you make is actually going to change your volume, your tone, everything. It's your pitch, it's going to change it. Just like an instrument where you play the guitar, you manipulate the strings, it changes the tone. Or a horn, you manipulate the holes or whatever, and it manipulates the tone. Same thing with our body. When you manipulate this instrument, if we stand up, it's going to make a different tone. If I stand down, if I sit down, if I smile, all these different things are going to make a different sound come out. So it matters. When it comes to your phone, the phone etiquettes, there's two sides to it. One, when people call you and you have to answer the phone. Two, when you're calling out to somebody else. And there's subtle differences that make a big difference. And so let's go over each one at a time. Let's do a little breakup session first to kind of break up the energy here, and then I'll get into this, okay? So let's all stand up real quick. Everybody put their arms straight out, and we're gonna do those circles going forward. Put some music on. Oh yeah. Thank you. Keep it going, keep it going. Come on, you're gonna start to feel a burn pretty soon. Opposite direction. You dance at the same time? Out to the front. Opposite direction. Is it burning yet? Not yet? Almost. Go to the sides. Small circles, small circles. All the way out, big circles. Yeah, now it's starting to burn. Keep it going. Opposite direction, big circles. All right, come on, keep it going. Almost there. Let's go to the front, little circles. Big circles. Opposite direction. Almost there. Out to the sides, big circles. Bend right here, going straight up. Yeah. All right, shake it out, give yourself a hand. Guys, you got the seat now. You do that a couple times a day, you're gonna start getting all kinds of tone on your shoulders. You're gonna be like, what's up? Okay. Phone etiquette, inward and outward. Inward or inbound and outbound. Let's start with inbound, people calling to you. So the first thing that is going to happen when they call you is you pick up the phone and you give them your greeting, right? Because it'd be kind of weird if you just pick up your phone and you just stay quiet. Hello? Yes? That'd be kind of weird, right? So your greeting is really important. I always tell people that even like when it comes to your day, your morning is going to set the tone for your whole day. If you win the morning, you can win the day. If you win more of the days, you're going to win that week. If you win more of the weeks, you win more of the months, more in life. So it all starts with how you set up the tone in the beginning. Same thing on a phone call. How you answer the phone call is going to set the tone for the rest of the phone call. How you start your day is going to set the tone for the rest of your day. So if you want to win your phone call, you got to win the greeting. It's right out in the beginning. Set the tone. So your tone for your greeting needs to be excited. What does excitement sound like? What does it feel like? What does it look like on your face, on your body? What does it sound like with your rhythm, your pitch? Like it all has to come out excited. And that's not easy. Especially after a long day, especially after lunch, at the end of the day, hard day. It's like, it's not easy to be excited all the time. But I'm telling you, this is going to help you to make more money. It's going to help you to move up in life. It's going to help you to be more attractive. It's going to help you to be more influential. It's going to help you to be a better leader, a better salesperson, all because you're excited. Watch out. Let me ask you a question, then you'll be able to see that this is true. If somebody comes to you to sell something to you, a product and service, even if like you needed it, if they weren't excited about what they were selling, if they were just like, hey, I have this thing right here. If you want to try it out, costs $50. If they're not excited about what they're selling, are you going to be excited about buying?
No.
No.
How about when it's something you don't even need, something you don't even want, but a salesperson comes and they're super excited about it? Does it get your interest? Does it make you curious?
Yes.
It does, right? All because of the excitement. You don't even freaking need it, and you know you don't need it, but man, this guy or this girl is excited. Like, what's getting them so excited? I want to know. It creates interest, right? It makes people curious, and that's a good thing. People want to know what you're going to say, so that makes them kind of lean forward and anticipate, ooh, what is she going to say next? Because there's excitement coming out of you. There's life coming out of you, and people are craving energy and life. So when they find somebody who has it, it gets their attention. When you have somebody around you who is excited, think of somebody. Do you guys have anybody in mind right now? Somebody that's excited about life, about work, about anything that you talk to, just life comes out of them. You know anybody like that?
Kids.
Kids?
The kids are full of life.
That's true. It's a beautiful thing, right? It's so powerful. It's attractive. Right now we were having lunch, and that's a great example because it's attractive. It gets your attention. We were eating, and there was this little girl in the corner. And what was she doing?
She was like dancing and playing with silverware, and I kept thinking like to don't fall over because she was just.
She was in the corner, free.
Knife and a fork.
She was like going doing this.
Yeah, literally.
Right?
That's what she was doing.
And you can see people who are talking, having nice meals, they would look at her, and she would be looking at them and go, this free, smiling, happy, and it was getting people's attention, not because it was annoying, not because it was out of order. She wasn't being disrespectful or loud or anything like that, but she was being free, and she was being excited about life. Nothing specific, not because she was given a toy, not because she just got this mac and cheese in front of her, but because she was just excited about life. And it was very attractive. And it looked really amazing. Like, wow, look at that. It brings you back to like, wow, look at no worries. Look at the freedom that she has. It's a beautiful thing. She had pure joy and happiness, right? And so for me to see a kid like that reminds me of like, man, to be excited about life, to be excited, period. But this is the thing, guys, like this, you being excited will set the tone for your call. It will set the tone for your day. It'll help you to make more money overall. It's going to help you to be successful in your career, you being excited. But this is the thing. Life is hard. Work is not easy either. Things happen, and we don't always feel excited. But this is where you need to use the other side of the board. We say, you know what? I don't feel excited right now, but I need to pick it up. Not because I have to, but because I get to. Because this is my life, my quality of my life, and I want to have a good, high quality life. So I'm going to change this negative emotion and make it a more positive one. So be excited, smile. This is something you have to generate. Like for me, I normally have a very low energy. I'm very introverted. I'm very shy. I'm very to myself. That's how I normally am. Okay, so for me, if I let myself do what I want to do, you know what I want to do? I want to chill, sit down, relax, talk. I don't want to waste a lot of energy. I don't want to be on stage talking to people. I want to just hang out. It's kind of lazy, right? So I know that. So if I allow myself to just get comfortable, my energy drop. My excitement will drop. My clarity will drop. My confidence drops. Everything begins to drop, and I lose momentum, and I don't achieve as much as I can achieve. But you know what I do? This is the discipline, guys. I'm telling you, you won't see me with a low energy. You won't. And you can ask Candace, who's around me all the time. Minervita, she sees me all the time. I am always having a good energy, a good attitude. I'm positive, and it's not easy. It's a freaking discipline. Because people think it's easy because I make it look easy. Because I've been doing this shit for a long time, but it's not. People, seriously, And now I have to tell people, I'm more conscious that I have to tell people that I struggle and that I struggle with things too, because people don't believe it. I'm teaching them, they're like, yeah, easy for you to say. Yeah, everything's going good for you. Look at your life. You have no freaking clue. You have no clue. I just make it look easy because I use these things that I'm teaching you. So don't get into this thing of like, wow, you know, I have this stuff going on, so I can't be excited. Yes, you can. You really can. And like over this weekend, we had a death in the family. I did the funeral. You know, I heard some stuff going on in my personal family. Like there's sad things going on around me that if I focus on them, I can get sad and my energy can go down, which is okay, but there's a time for that. So I need to be aware. So you'll see me like, you see me in the back before I started what I was doing? Did you see me? I go back there. I look weird. You guys are probably thinking, what the fuck is he doing? I don't care. Like I'll be in my office and I'll walk out because I'm on my computer, I'm doing things, I'm focused, and I feel my energy because I have self-awareness start to drop. I don't let it go like that too long. I interrupt it very fast. I'll get up, I'll walk out of my office. I'll do that. I'll go take a walk outside real quick, just for like a minute. I don't waste a lot of time. I just interrupt the energy that I'm in. I'll do some push-ups real quick. I'll do some jumping jacks, something to quickly interrupt my energy. Even this. Yeah, come on. Woo! Just doing that changes my energy, and I do that all day. You know what that helps me to do? I can outwork almost anyone because I keep my energy up here. I don't let it drop and then have to, I just keep it high. At least every hour, I'm doing something to interrupt my energy and bring it up. Every hour, I'm doing something. This helps me to be more productive. It helps me be more clear in my life. And not only that, this is really important, guys. When I go home, I'm usually up 5:36. I usually don't go to sleep till like 1. I usually work until like 10:30, 11. Work, okay, every day. And you'll never see my energy drop. When I go home after a long day of work, I don't give my kids, my family, my leftover energy. I don't believe in that. I go home with energy so I can freaking be present and love them. I'm not going to go there and not have anything to give to them. Oh, give me space. No. Come here. Yes, let's play. Let's do something. Let's interact. Because I have the energy to give. And I have it to give because I've been generating it all day for that reason. That's something you got to do on purpose. It's not going to just happen. And nobody's going to do it for you. Super important. Be excited. Now translate that to picking up the phone. If you can be excited more of the time, you're going to win. You're going to sell more. People are just going to like you more because you're freaking excited. So I want you to write down 3 examples, 3 simple, clear examples of greetings when somebody calls you, how you're going to pick up the phone. So you're going to write it down right now, 3 examples. Make little changes. Don't try to make a dramatic change. Just shift little words, emphasize different things. When somebody calls you and you pick up the phone, how do you answer? This is your greeting. I want you to have 3 different ones that are engaging, and then we're going to practice saying them very excited.
Like work related? Or
yes,
like, yeah?
You answer the phone at work. Same thing for you guys. Think about how your greeting is going to be. Like if you're calling clients or they're calling you, you got to know how, be prepared, what your greeting is going to be like. So have a few different greetings written down and really clear on what you want to say, because then we're going to practice it and saying it with excitement. Because that matters so much when you're on the phone, okay? Because it creates influence, it creates power. So that's the next part. I dance when I get tired. I'll whistle, I'll laugh. Three greetings. Maybe you're just changing one word. Maybe you're saying, hey, this is Richard Martinez. I'm the insurance expert that will be helping you today. So right now we're coming up with 3 examples of 3 different greetings. Don't make them like so crazy and different. Don't make it so complicated. Very simple. Even if it's just one word that's different, something very simple. 3 different types of greetings that you can do picking up the phone that's still giving all the information that you need. Your name, your company name, maybe your title, basic things. So you have one so far?
Yeah.
Can you read that, just one? Anyone?
I just changed out the word.
Yeah, perfect.
But it's like, thank you for calling Adriana's Insurance. My name is Sergio. How will I help you today?
Okay,
The
good.
little will, I'm assuming that I'm gonna help.
How will I, so it's more like I'm going to.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. How about just share one?
Stand up.
Huh?
I stand up.
Yeah.
Okay, just like.
Even better.
Sometimes I like stand up and.
I like
it's
it.
I put, like, it's like a great day at Adriana's Insurance. My name is Cynthia. How can I help you?
Good, all right. How about for you, to share one?
Yes, I have, hello, great afternoon. My name is Adriana here at Adriana's Insurance Services. How may I help you?
Wait a minute, are you the Adriana from Adriana's Insurance? Do you ever get that?
Yes, today, every day. And I always tell
This is
them,
Adriana from Adriana's Insurance. Wait a minute. You can
yeah.
use that as that's a
like,
great icebreaker for you.
Today, yes, I today they're like, oh, me está llamando la dueña que like lucky I am, you know? And I'm like, señora, bueno fuera si no estuviera yo trabajando. Like, and that's like my advantage because I always break the ice like that.
That's a good icebreaker.
Yeah.
And you can get them laughing with that. If you can get your client to laugh right away, that's a lot of rapport that you just built just by making them laugh.
Mhm.
So that's a great one. That you can
Yes.
It's a good tool. Now you guys are gonna be, well, I'm gonna call myself Adriana too then. No. How about for you? What's one of yours?
Hi, this is Carmen, your insurance expert. How can I help you?
Thank you for calling Adriana's Insurance. My name is Jasmine. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
Who will I have the pleasure of speaking with? Minerva?
Yo es para llamadas salientes. Hola, soy Minerva de Adriana's Insurance, regresando la llamada para ayudarle el día de hoy.
Okay. So that's you calling out.
Ajá, como las de
You
hoy.
didn't follow instructions, but okay. Back there, what's one for you?
I have, buenos días, gracias por llamar a Adriana's Insurance. Mi nombre es Antonia, con quien tengo el gusto.
All right.
Hey, happy holidays and thank you for calling Adriana's Insurance Services. My name is Chris. How can I be of assistance?
Good. All right. So now this is what we're gonna do. So does everybody write down 3 though?
No,
Okay, go ahead and work on that last one. Then we're gonna get into pairs. And we're gonna do a little exercise right now to practice saying this. And I'm gonna have a couple of you come up to the front and do it as well. And we'll do it behind this, so it's a phone call and you can't see. So get that last one or last 2 that you need. So we have 3 examples that you can practice. And we'll get a candy. It is cold. I get cold and hot. Okay, so go ahead and get into a pair with the partner. So Minerva, so you can be with can you be with, what's your name again? Antonio, sorry. So that's, everybody has a pair, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. So now we're gonna practice different ways of saying it. Okay, so you have those three down, and we're gonna do, I think we did this with the group before. I don't know if we did it with this one or not. I get confused with so many groups that do this one. All right, so you're going to do it three different ways. Each. So the first time around, you're gonna say it with low energy and bad posture.
Okay.
Okay, that's the first one. So I want you to do it. You're gonna get lazy in your chair. Low energy, bad posture. Everybody, show me your low energy, bad posture right now.
Like this. The shoulders down.
Bad energy.
That's how you're gonna answer the phone call right now.
Okay.
So you're gonna go. The other person's gonna go ring ring,
I know.
and guess what that means? That you're gonna answer. Okay. So they're gonna say ring ring, and in that energy, with that face, you're gonna keep it, and you're gonna answer your phone with your greeting in that energy and that posture. Okay. So go ahead. So you're gonna do that, and then you'll switch. Go for it.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. It's backwards. I don't know if. So look.
We're reading the three that we have in that phone for now, correct?
Yes.
Or the three?
Yes.
The three, okay.
So there's one person going first, right? So let's say, who's going first here?
I'm calling her.
You're calling her. Okay, so all you're gonna do is go ring ring.
All right.
And then she answers with one of hers with low energy and bad posture. Okay, and then we'll do it again. She'll do the second one, then she'll do the third one, then we'll switch. Okay, any question? Good? All right, cool. Go for it. So right now, just so you guys know the exercise that they're doing, this is our Glendora Rise Academy, by the way. This is our other location. We have one in Rancho, here in Glendora, and in Costa Mesa. So you guys are always welcome to these, of course. This is your family. So right now they're doing an exercise to where I'm having them get into a pair and they're practicing their greeting. But right now in the first one, I told them to put on a lazy face and a bad posture, and they're gonna answer the phone with that face and that posture. So it's gonna be very low energy. So that's gonna be the first one. I want them to feel how bad that is. And then we're gonna start doing it with better posture. Then we're gonna do it with a smile and better posture. And then we're gonna do it with them standing up, smiling and moving around so they can feel the difference. So that's what we're doing right now, okay?
There you go. There you go. Whichever one. I think we're doing all three.
So you're one person is doing all three, right? In that posture, and then you switch. Okay, go ahead.
Hello, great afternoon. My name is Adriana.
Awesome. Well, perfect. Yeah, that's it.
Good morning.
Ring ring.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, sorry.
I could feel and I can explain what I feel, but I feel like
Low energy, low face, everything is low. Hey, I'm Richard Martinez.
Hi, my name is Carmen.
Okay, I'll do it.
it's crazy how like you could feel it.
Yeah.
All right. So how was that? Weird? Good. It should be weird. It should be weird on both sides, right? It should be weird you talking like that. Like it has to be a discipline to keep it like that. And then to hear it, would you be excited to buy something from somebody like that? Why not?
It's crazy because as soon as she went like she didn't even have to say nothing. Like I shout something like
Wow.
like Okay,
Like,
boring.
yeah, not good.
Yeah,
Like already to set the tone, like,
like I had a smile.
Like she doesn't want to be there.
yeah.
Yeah, as soon as I heard, it made me like get this feeling. It's so weird. Like it's weird.
How was it for you guys? For you girls?
Huh?
How was that for you?
Oh, that's weird. Those were talking about. That's weird.
Yeah. Okay, so now let's do the next one. Okay, so now this one, we're going to. Let's do the next one. Okay, excitement, right? She's somebody who I have a lot of respect for because she stays excited about everything. Right? It's like it's pretty impressive. Have you guys noticed? Have you guys ever seen her in a bad mood?
No.
And you won't. That's a discipline. And it doesn't mean that everything's going perfect for her. It's a discipline. And she's learned. I've watched her transform. Good example. Okay, so now this one, we're going to change it up a little bit. This one was like, right? So now we're going to have a low energy. Better, now straight posture. Good posture. And bad face.
Okay.
So the only thing is changing is you went from like this, or so now you're just going. You're changing your posture is better, but you still have the face and you still have the energy. Now you can answer like that. Go for it. All right, so for this one, so the first time around on their practice, they first did it with low energy and bad posture. So they were like lazy in their chair and like bad, sad face and like low energy. They answered their greeting, the 3 different greetings that they made. They repeated them back in that energy. So right now they're doing the second one, low energy still a bad face, but now they're gonna have good posture. Okay, so that's the only thing that's changing right now. And then the next one, I'm gonna change their posture and change their energy. And then the last one, we're gonna change the posture, energy, face, and everything so they can see the difference with all of them together. That's where we're going.
Okay, now you.
That's so bad. Hi. You can hear it from over here.
Good afternoon.
We're at the end of your day, like driving. Okay, the last one.
I appreciate you calling. That is normal, right? Or like, I mean, if you're having
It's like
a normal face, right? Like just normal.
no emotion. No emotion on your face. Just
All right, I got this down.
since you said it that way,
He said it that way.
I get it. All right, did you everybody go back and forth already? You're good? All right, so now let's do the next one. Okay. Now the next one, you're gonna have good energy, good posture, but a bad face. Okay, so you're gonna have good energy, you're up, good posture, but your face is not gonna be smiling. So you're good, everything's happy, but your face is not gonna say it. The only thing that's not here is your face. So your face, poker face, everything else is awesome. Got it? It's gonna be kind of weird too, but I want you to feel it. And I want, when you're listening to it, listen to the sound, the difference of the energy and emotion that's being transmitted. Okay. Ready? Go.
Ring, ring. Thank you for calling the Adriana's Insurance
Good energy, so like,
Service.
me and then this posture for like setting up, like, yeah.
That's gonna be the last one.
It's hard, it's
Yeah.
hard. It's not exactly like.
Hello, great afternoon. My name is Adriana here at Adriana's.
It's creating self-awareness though.
How may I assure?
I'm just like, you have good energy for your face. It's like,
Great day at Adriana's Insurance Services. My name is Adriana. Like, no tiene mucho que ver.
Good. Because I mean, you have good energy.
Questions?
Ring, ring.
Thank you for calling Adriana's Insurance.
We're having issues with like, if we have good energy, how will we have a bad day?
Hi, this is Carmen, your insurance expert. How can I help
Oh
you?
my gosh, some people are like, huh, they talk, but they have no expression on their face. No like expression. Me?
Oh, I get it.
Poker
Like,
face.
people you turn their face.
Like right now, I'm really happy,
So you
but
can-
wait, right now I'm really mad.
Okay. Yeah, you can't tell.
I naturally, that's how my face is. I don't share emotion. It's a discipline to share. To move, I don't.
Yeah, so these would probably just be like, son los que like, con esta teléfono and just like speed through it. So they're like, good afternoon, this is Chris Riley.
Yes, yes.
Everything, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
They have energy, they have good posture, but they're just like a robot. There's no emotion. Exactly.
So they'd be wishy-washy calling
See,
it.
it's like- It just sounds like a robot, like I'm reading it. Because I'm
Yeah,
like
I mean,
that.
like,
Thinking
nowadays
about
they're
something
calling
else.
And let me be honest, because the last couple of days I've been here and I've been working out there and listening to calls. And I'll be working, but I'm watching and listening. This is what we get a lot. Like people, you're used to making phone calls all the time. So you end up getting stuck in this rut and you're not doing it intentional anymore. You're just cut in a routine where you're just, all right, freaking robot. Hello, Richard Martinez here. Yes, life insurance. You know, it gets boring and they can feel it too. So you have to like change that up because after doing so many, it's easy to get stuck in that. So we have to interrupt it. And what you were saying right now, perfect. He was saying, yeah, those are the people in this kind of posture. These are the ones who just kind of, hey, Richard Martinez, what I do, it's just caught in routine like a robot. No connection, no emotion. So good insight. So now let's do the last one. Ready for the best one? Yes? Hello?
Yeah.
All right. So now we're going to stand up. You're going to have good energy, good posture, and a good face on. You're going to be smiling, standing up, moving. Man, this is the powerful. This is the one that's like the top. This is the one that's going to make you the most money right here. Okay, ready? So you're going to practice those three, the same thing, back and forth. Go for it.
So low energy, like that. You're gonna stand up with good energy. Stand up, good energy, good energy.
Everything's freaking awesome. You're just like, boom, in it.
Ring, ring. Thank you for calling Adriana's Insurance. Hoy soy Feliz Adriana.
Oh, I did it? Okay. Ring, ring.
Ring, ring. Hello, bring us
Thank
to
you for
the
calling
Feliz
Adriana's
Adriana.
Ring, ring.
Ring, ring. Ring, ring. Great day at Adriana's Insurance Services. My name is Adriana and I will say this.
Thank you for calling Adriana's Insurance.
So, but I mean, it shows you like.
Ring,
who you are and then-
Good morning, thank you for answering. Thank you for calling Adriana's Insurance.
Good afternoon, this is Chris.
Carmen speaking, how can I help you?
Hi, this is-
Yeah, maybe that excited.
Ring,
ring.
Speaking with-
Hi, my name is Carmen.
Minerva. Ring, ring.
Yeah.
We appreciate you calling me. Chris. Chris, how can I help you today?
Even her ring ring was excited. Ring ring.
Happy holidays, thank you for calling.
This is Carmen Insurance Expert. How can I help you today?
Buenos días, gracias por llamar a Adriana's Insurance.
That's way better than the.
Dang, that sounded awesome. I can feel it over here. All right, how was that? You guys finished?
Yes.
All right, let's come up here. Come up here. Let's get one. In front of everyone, I want you to do all three. With all the good stuff. Look at already. Look at his face. Look at his body language. Is that good?
Yes.
Is it someone that you would want to buy from? Yeah, right? Because look at him. It's like, man, with that smile, man, I trust you. Take my money. All right, go for it.
Ring, ring.
Hi, this is Antonio calling from Adriana's Insurance. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking?
Hola, español.
Hold on. Do it again. Now with a smile.
Oh, okay.
That's the only thing he was missing right there.
Ring, ring.
Buenos días, gracias por llamar a Adriana's Insurance. ¿Con quién tengo el placer?
Do you hear and feel the difference?
Yeah.
All he did is did this. The first one was good.
Okay.
It was good.
But
the
it
second
does
one
smile.
was freaking great. Yeah,
Thank you.
go ahead, do the next one.
Ring, ring.
Hi, this is Antonio calling from Adriana's Insurance. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
What?
Oh, Oh, disculpe. Oh, sí, disculpe, mi nombre es Antonio.
¿Qué dijo?
Estoy hablando de Adriana's Insurance, con quien tengo el placer.
Oh, no, no español.
Oh, hi, good morning. This is Antonio calling from Adriana's Insurance. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
Nice, okay, you go.
Ok, ring, ring.
Ring, ring.
Gracias por hablar de Adriana's Insurance. Mi nombre es Minerva, con quien tengo el gusto el día de hoy.
How was that? I think she could do better. I think you could do better.
Ok, espérate, ring, ring.
More, oh, that's what it was. She's like.
Ok, ring, ring.
Ring, ring.
Gracias por hablar de Adriana's Insurance. Mi nombre es Minerva, con quien tengo el gusto.
Better. That made a big difference, just taking that thing off, right? Big difference. Now let's do that again, but I want you to move a little bit.
Ok,
See, movement creates energy. Movement creates energy. So if I want higher energy, if I move, like I do this on my phone when I'm talking or selling, boom, I'll take a walk. Yeah, and I just find myself talking, the energy just keeps going like that and you flow better. So let's try it like that.
Ring, ring.
gracias por hablar de Adriana's Insurance. Mi nombre es Minerva, con quien tengo el gusto.
Any difference?
Yeah, more energy.
Not a big difference though, no? So that's good though, because you're able to match, like, so you won't even have to move. It's not making a big difference for you because you're able to create the energy, so that's good. So I just wanted to see the difference. You have one more?
Ok.
Ring,
Do
ring.
you have one more? Yeah.
Oh, del ejemplo.
Ajá.
Ah, sí, eras.
Ring, ring.
Gracias por hablar de Adriana's Insurance. Le atiende Minerva. Soy experta en seguros de auto. ¿Cómo le puedo ayudar el día de hoy?
What does that do when she says that she's an expert?
Establishes credibility.
And when you greet, if you throw in that little title, it does set you up. It gives you a little credibility for your expertise. So that's good. Good job. Give them a hand. All right. So how'd you guys like that exercise? Good, right? You can feel the difference, you can hear the difference, and it's really important because this is stuff that you guys are doing all day. If you're not aware of it, you're not gonna be able to change it. So that's just the greeting, guys. Man, I spent a lot of time on that part, huh? What time is it? So we already, okay. Let me finish the inbound then, because I don't think we're gonna get to this part, and I don't wanna rush through all of it. I can give you a little taste of it, but I'm not gonna be able to spend all the time on it. When you're on the phone, there's gonna be sometimes, whether it's for sales or they're just calling for any reason, sometimes they're gonna call with things that you can't help with. You're gonna get those here and there, where you can't deal with, you can't fix their problem, you can't solve it. So when those times happen, don't try to avoid that you can't. Don't say that don't try to avoid it, or just make sure you acknowledge it. Yes, I can't do that. That's not something I'm able to do, but you want to focus on the options and alternatives. Focus on what you can do. So whenever there's somebody who's calling and they're asking you to do something, if it's something that you cannot solve, something you can't provide for them, this is where you give them options. Don't focus on, oh, I'm sorry, I can't do that. Yeah, I'm very, very sorry. Like I'm saying sorry, and I'm just leaving it there. Yeah, I'm very sorry. Now it's their turn to talk. What do you think they're going to say? They're going to want to get off the phone now because you can't help me. But if you keep the rhythm going, keep that conversation going where it's like, hey, you know what, I'm not able to do that, but what I can do. So I'm keeping the conversation going and I'm keeping control of the conversation to get them focused on what I can do. Yes, you're asking for this. Oh, this right here? Yeah, I can't do this, but hey, come over here. Watch, this is what I can do for you. I get their attention over here, right? So focus on their needs and what you can do. Patience. This is an example. I think it's very practical, very simple, just to show you the rhythm of a conversation. When you're on the phone, there's a rhythm, right? It's like kind of like even like a dance even. It's like this compared to a dance or a walk, right? So if you're dancing with somebody, and there has to be a certain rhythm to it, right? And the rhythm is based off of what? The music that you're listening to, right? So what would it be like? Can you give me a little two-step like this? Just a little two-step.
Oh my, I can't do it.
I know, just a little two-step. So what if she's like this? Come on. It's kind of weird, right? It's really awkward, right? Because we're not on the same energy, the same frequency. It's not the same. So it's not gonna be attractive. It's not gonna be like, hey, it's gonna be like, What's your problem, you know? Same thing with a walk. We gotta have the same rhythm. So if my goal is to be on the phone to make a sale, my goal is to make that sale. That door is my sale. That represents my sale, me closing, okay? So I'm on a phone call, I'm on a conversation with her. Our conversation is gonna be represented by our walk to the door, and us getting to the door is my close, me closing her, okay? So if I wanna keep the rhythm of this conversation so that it's casual, it's nice, it's not rushed, but it's not slow. It has to be something that has a good rhythm, and it's gonna be different according to each person and personality, yes? So if I'm talking, because I want to connect with her, I want to create connection, that's important. So if I'm going like, hey, so what'd you do the weekend? You know, just creating connection as I'm getting her information. And then if I just keep stopping it, oh yeah, and then what else did you do? And what else did you do? If we're stopping, I'm gonna lose track. It's gonna get cold. I'm not gonna be able to close because we're just wasting time here. And I can waste time here, do really good at connecting and building my rapport. But then when I get to the end, they don't sell and I just freaking waste all that time. So I want to keep the rhythm, but I don't want to rush her either. You know, I don't want to be like, hey, so what can I get for you? You need some insurance? Yeah, some liability pool. Like, all right, get your credit card. Let's go. Like she's gonna feel pushed and rushed, right? There's no connection. We're not walking and talking. So when you're on the phone and you're selling, you gotta walk and talk. So it's a rhythm. Watch. Come here, Candace. So she calls. I'm connecting, I'm getting to know like the energy here, right? So I'm like, oh yeah, you need insurance? Okay, perfect. And this is what I can do. So let me go look at these different options. What kind of car do you have? I'm getting information as we're walking, right? Keeping the rhythm. And if there's an area that I wanted more information on, I can stop here for a little bit. So, you know, I want to connect a little bit. So as I'm doing this, you know, what did you do for the weekend? Right? And I keep walking, you know, and as you share with this, can you get your credit card information out? Because I really want to know what you're sharing. It's really interesting to me. But as you're doing that, can you pull out your card and keep sharing the information? So yeah, tell me more. And we keep talking. We're walking and talking. It's that kind of rhythm. It's not rushed, it's not pushed, but it's also not slow. I was right here listening, and I also have, thank you, Chris. I also have, what's her name? Somebody in our office over there, I'm drawing a blank on her name. She's listening to, she's quality control. Anna? Her name's Anna. And she's listening to phone calls. So I go over there and I'll be like, hey, show me some phone calls, and I'll listen to phone calls. It's freaking crazy. I don't understand some of these phone calls, how bad they are. Because it's so awkward. It's still another one. It's this awkward. Like literally, I'm not even joking, okay? I have it on my phone. I can even listen, have you listen to it. I don't know who it is. It might be somebody in here, so I don't want to play it. But it's a whole like 5-minute conversation about nothing. There's a lot of hold, a lot of space in between. And then at the end, they just hang up. It was so bad. And like literally, if we were walking and talking, this is what it would be like, okay? Literally. So, hey, Adrian's Insurance, Richard Martinez, how can I help you?
Oh, want some car insurance?
Car insurance? Sure. Hold on real quick. Literally.
Was he like on the phone and just holding?
Yeah. I don't know what they were doing. I'm just listening to the call. Hey, oh, sorry about that. So you said you needed insurance?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Were you looking for liability? Like it was like this. Oh, let me transfer you to somebody. And then they were on a hold for a long time again. And this lady had a good attitude. She was being nice. Like that was an easy close. And it was that awkward to where it's like, if they're not on the phone, it would be like us. It's weird. That breaks so much connection. That's horrible. Walk and talk. Keep it going. Keep it, the connection there. If you leave a lot of space in between, they're gonna get in their head and they're gonna talk themselves out of it, and you're not gonna sell. Keep the conversation going. Don't leave a bunch of gaps, because what those gaps, they get in their head and doubt comes up. Okay? So be patient. Don't just rush. Make sure you're connecting, and there is a rhythm to it. Outbound. I think I'll be able to finish this. That's good. Be prepared. So when it comes to your outcome, whoops, that one got cut off. Outbound, when you're calling out now, this is different. So now you are more in control. You know where you're calling, you know why you're calling, you know the reason, you know what you want to accomplish. There's more control here, which means you need to be more prepared. calls coming in, I mean, you can prepare so much, but you don't know what they're calling for all the time. Yeah, they're calling for insurance, but you don't know what kind of insurance, and that's the question you need to ask, right? But when you're calling out, you need to have your information, your materials ready. So if you're going to call out to somebody who needs insurance, or you're going to call somebody internally for something, make sure you have all your stuff there that you need. If it's for a client, you have all the information, all the stuff, the materials, the handouts, the information, statistics, whatever you need to be able to give them the right information, you have it ready. You have a pen, you have a paper, you have, whatever you need for phone calls, have it ready. So you're not unprepared. Also, things like if you have scripts, you can practice your scripts. If there's something that you're need to share, like a project or a new policy or a new rule or something in the company, if you need to communicate that, you need to make sure that you have like some kind of practice. Like practice what I'm going to share. If it's something important, it's important enough for you to practice it, to make sure that you communicate it right. Okay, that's going outbound. Another thing that's really important, I'll spend a little bit more time. I'll come back over here. When you're calling, when you're calling out, you need to obviously identify yourself, who you're calling, why you're calling, the reasons why you're calling, right? They need to know. So if you're calling somebody, yeah, identify yourself, your name, the department, the company that you're in, make sure that they know who you are, where you're working, and the reason why you're calling with excitement. Whether it's inbound, you answering the phone with excitement, or you calling out, there's always excitement, okay? So identify yourself. This is me, the company, my department, and this is the reason why I'm calling. Make it very clear, concise, straight to the point. Last thing, a lot of times when you're calling out, you're asking for confidential information, like credit cards and stuff, right? A lot of times, especially when it's over the phone, it's starting to change, but still a lot of people are afraid to give sensitive information over the phone like that. You guys notice? You guys been dealing with some of that?
Yeah.
So, in those first 5 questions, we're assuming that, right? We're telling them, hey, we'll be dealing this transaction over the phone today. And a lot of times that they come, oh, we're going to do this over the phone. This is where you say with certainty, yeah, of course. Most of our business is actually being done this way now, for your protection, for your safety. We've set up our own system internally to make sure everything's confidential. This is something that we take very serious. Let them know. So and especially, you don't even have to wait for them to object or have that problem, because you already know that's a common objection. Just deal with it. Let them know. Even if you need to change your tone to make them feel that this is true. How would that sound? Yeah. Oh, you know what? Don't worry. So yeah, I just need your credit card information, because they can hear people that you're talking, right? You have people next to you answering the phone. They can hear phones ringing. They can hear that there's life, that there's people around them. And they don't know if you're on speakerphone or if somebody could hear their credit card. Like, I don't know if you've ever thought about that, but when I'm giving mine over the phone, I think about that. Can somebody hear this? Is this person writing it down somewhere? Are they going to leave it on a freaking paper on their thing because they wrote it? I worry about that. Do you? So communicate that to them. We're very confidential with this. We protect you. I can even lower my voice. Yeah, so just go ahead and give me your credit card so I can write it right here. And they hear that and they feel that you're being confidential with their information. Just that little tone shift. They can hear that you're protecting them because you're talking like this, right? So very simple. Make sure you give them the info, that you're keeping them private. If you can handle that objection right away, because you know that a lot of times it's in their mind, get it out of the way. So phone etiquette, guys. So let's connect everything. Oh, I already erased that. Let's connect everything together now to close it. We're talking about first with the hangups, right? The emotional intelligence, how we need to be self-aware. And it's so important for the quality of our life. And all the top producers in every market, in every industry, are the ones with the highest emotional intelligence. So if you guys want to win in life, make more money, you need to raise your emotional intelligence, being aware, knowing what kind of emotions you have, how to change it. Remember, you don't have to stay in that negative attitude or that negative emotion. Boom, stand up. Interrupt it quickly, right? Change your states, change your story, change your face, change your body language and your movement, right? That's something that you can do throughout the day. Keep your energy up so you can stay productive. And then we translated that into phone etiquette, because phone conversation, it's all emotions being translated. It's all emotional stuff being transferred back and forth. So when it comes to phone etiquette, there's a lot of emotional intelligence. Number one, excitement. Whether you're calling out or getting a call in, get your energy up. Change your face, do something. Even if you don't feel like it, you bring it up. Your greeting, that sets the tone. Focus on their needs. Even if it's something that you can't do, you say, all right, I acknowledge it, but this is what we can do. Focus on your options and your alternatives. Be patient, keep that rhythm. On outbound, make sure you're being prepared. Know what you're going to talk to them, your reasons, have all their stuff together, so that way it's a smooth conversation when you call them. Identify yourself, very simple stuff, but make sure you do it with excitement. That's the most important thing right there. I mean, a greeting, hey, this is me, this is why I'm calling. That's like, kindergarten stuff, you guys know how to do that. But you need to do it with excitement, that's the discipline. And the last thing, make sure that they know that you know that their information is important, and you communicate to them that it's confidential, so they feel more safe to give that information over the phone. So that's the phone etiquette teaching. Want to see if you guys have any questions about any of this, how any of this works, maybe something you want clarity on, anything like that. You also. Anybody? Any questions about any of this stuff? No? Can you bring the evaluations, please? All right, so last part, now we're done. Evaluations, please be honest on the evaluations. If it's lower than a 10, that's fine. Just give a little bit of feedback so we know why, so that we know how to make it that 10. We know how to get the numbers up. All right, guys. So this is the end of this one right here. So thank you guys for being a part of it. You guys say bye to them.
Bye.
Bye.